and cordyceps mushrooms. I know the Chinese track team in 1993 blew through a whole lot of records, and everybody thought they were on illegal drugs, and they found out they were just on cordyceps. Pure, simple, amazing food.
Yeah, yeah. Cordyceps are a medicinal mushroom. They actually they used to be banned. The emperor trying to ban the possession of cordyceps, so it was illegal. The penalty was death for anyone not in his royal family. That's how powerful and highly valued these were. And cordyceps are actually, in China, they would grow out of the third eye of a caterpillar, like really crazy. If you were to Google image cordyceps, you would see what we're talking about. This is not how, this is not what we're taking. It's not vegan, it's not sustainable, right? So these are actually
harmed in the process.
Right, these are techno-grown in a certified organic laboratory. And they're just as powerful. They smell really good. It's a powdered supplement that you would add to smoothies. I like to add it to smoothies. This is something that I make all the time anyways. So you would start off with just a 1/4 teaspoon. You could work your way up to a whole teaspoon. You could also sprinkle it on salads. You could sprinkle it on soups or savory dishes. And it's really good for athletes because it's really good for your stamina. It's also really good for sexual energy. Really good for your cardiovascular system. Really good for your cardiovascular system and detoxification and metabolism as well. So it's kind of an adaptogenic superfood. So really good for what you need.
Cool. Ooh. Anybody here like chocolate? Raw cacao powder. This is much better than. I just want to say, before I say anything else, to remember to keep these superfoods at a cooler temperature. You don't want to put anything in like hot soup or something because you don't want to cook it. Because keeping it cool keeps the vital life force alive. And that's so important. So raw cacao powder, oh man, this is unprocessed, right? And so it's not like the chocolate bar you buy in the store where all the nutrients are like gone or anything. This has got, it's high in magnesium and chromium, which are for your heart. And I can tell you, by taking all these superfoods, I am sleeping like a baby. Well, I mentioned that before with colloidal gold. Magnesium is the second most important element in our body, and our diets are so deficient in magnesium, so it's really, really important to eat something like this, like a cacao that's really high in natural magnesium.
Yeah, and cacao is actually the highest antioxidant food on the planet. Highest vitamin C containing food of the planet. Yeah, and it has magnesium, it has iron, it has chromium. These are minerals that a lot of people are deficient in, and especially women. That's why women crave chocolate during their period, during their time of the month, is because they're wanting the replenishment in their blood, and magnesium and iron are really good for healthy blood. So it's perfectly normal to crave chocolate during that time of the month, but it's really the best ever, I guess, to get chocolate in the raw, unprocessed, organic form. And so this is what that is. And I mean, cacao has 5 times as much antioxidants as goji berries, which we'll talk about in a bit. And the cacao powder, I don't know if you knew this, I just heard David Wolf talking about this the other day. It has so many more antioxidants than the cacao nibs, and the cacao nibs are, I mean, it's still the highest antioxidant containing food on the planet, but because the powder has so much more surface area, it's just that much more available to your body.
Wow.
So the powders just have a lot more antioxidants. They're so much easier to digest and for your body to assimilate.
And that's important. It's not just eating it, it's like absorbing it. I do love the cacao nibs though. What I love to do is put the cacao powder into like a banana smoothie and then add cacao nibs so you get that crunch. It's like you're in heaven. You're just in heaven when you drink that.
You could probably also sprinkle them on ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
I know, David Wolf said he used to just add cacao nibs to his cereal. And he was eating like a regular, I don't don't know what kind of cereal it was, but he was just sprinkling it on his cereal and just kind of adding in superfoods into his diet that way.
Oh man, that is so great. Oh yes, these foods, I love these foods. This is blue-green algae. Tell us about blue-green algae. They're little flakes. Very easy to take. You don't have to defrost anything. Hello?
Yeah. Blue-green algae comes from Klamath Lake in Oregon. And this is a really special lake because there was volcanic activity near the lake, and there's still volcanic sediment on the bottom of the lake, and it produces mass quantities of blue-green algae every day. And so it is the same as another supplement that I used to take that you had to defrost, and it was just kind of a pain in the butt, and it was really expensive, not sustainable for me to keep up every single month. And I find that this bottle of blue-green algae actually lasts me 2 months or more. And you would just start off putting a 1/4 teaspoon into your smoothies, and then maybe working your way up to a full tablespoon in your smoothies. And it's hardly detectable unless you're putting a heaping tablespoon into your smoothies. You really can't taste it. And I also know of people who sneak in blue-green algae into their children's smoothies.
Ah.
It's so good for your brain. It's a brain food. It's incredibly good for concentration and focus. It also has a lot of phenylethylamines in it, which is a bliss chemical. It also has the blue pigments in blue-green algae are really good for your eyes, and they're also really good for stimulating stem cell production. And David Wolfe has said that blue-green algae goes really well with cordyceps because of the stem cell production from the blue pigments, and because of the immune system boosting properties of cordyceps. And when you put them together in a smoothie, let's say, it boosts your immune system 2 to 3 times as much as it would if you were to take them alone. So there's really good synergy with a lot of these products, actually. I mean, they're so easy to add them into your diet in a smoothie.
I'm glad you told me about using them together. That's my next step, using them together. Inca berries, oh, these are so good. Well, the goji berries and Inca berries. Goji berries are grown in Tibet, very high altitude, so they have to be really sturdy to survive and to thrive. And so they get really they're really powerful. All the nutrients get in there because of their survival. And then Inca berries are grown in Peru, and they're kind of the Peruvian answer to goji berries.
Mm-hmm.
And goji berries are the only food on the planet that stimulate the production of human growth hormone. And what does human growth hormone do?
Can slow down or stop the aging process.
Oh man, this is, I'm going to order like a whole case of these. I had a smoothie today with banana and spinach and goji berries. Oh, it was so good. It was so awesomely good. And the Inca berries, these tend to be a little sweeter, and these, they're a little bit sour, so you kind of get that sweet sour thing. Oh, it's so good. So these can be used in smoothies. I have a friend who just likes to take the Inca berries. He's like, oh my god, this is so good. Just all by themselves.
And kids love berries too. I mean, kids love either one of these. They're so much fun. They're so colorful. And I mean, I even like to play with the Inca berries and smash them before I eat them. And they look like, they're also called gooseberries because they look like they have goosebumps on them. They remind me of Sour Patch Kids or something like you know, sour candies that I used to eat. They're really, really good. And they have a ton of vitamin A, C, and a ton of B vitamins, including B12. And these are both complete protein berries. So you're getting that clean protein in a really yummy way.
In a way your body can utilize too. It's easy for it to assimilate since it comes in plant form. It's so much easier to assimilate.